Okay, example 4, there are 231 cubic inches in a gallon. How many cubic inches are needed to fill a container with a rated capacity of 4 1/3 gallons? Okay, so this right here, anytime you're dealing with unit facts, this unit is equal to this many units, whatever. That gives you the ability to use what's called a unit multiplier. So if there's 231 inches cubed is equal to 1 gallon. That's what that fact up there is telling me, this right here. So I got what I got boxed up here is in symbol form, looks like that. Anytime you have equal facts like that, different units with different amounts of that unit that are equal to each other, that gives you the capacity to use what's called a unit multiplier. And that looks like this. Either 231 cubic inches on top over 1 gallon on the bottom, or 1 gallon on top and 231 cubic inches on the bottom. Okay. That fact leads to these two unit multipliers. It's up to you to determine which one's useful. All right. Next, it says a rated capacity of 4 1/3 gallons. Okay. Now, 4 1/3 is a mixed number, and the unit of gallons is after the mixed number. All right. Typically, when you see number of something, in this case, number of gallons, okay, the unit is on the top. All right. So if I'm looking at 4 1/3 gallons, and again, and I'm working with unit multipliers, it's always going to be a situation of a multiplication problem being created out of this thing. I'm going to make a mixed number out of this, or an improper fraction out of the mixed number. So, going back to how to do that, we're going to do 4 times 3 plus 1 to get the new top. So 4 1/3 gallons, we do 4 times 3 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13. So 4 1/3 gallons is 13/3 gallons. But I'm going to extend the bar here and put the gallon unit on top. And just as a general rule, when I'm going to be doing unit conversions using unit multipliers, I like to establish position of units. So I want to make sure I put that bar long enough to attach units where they belong. And the fact it's not gallons per minute or anything weird like that. It's just gallons, that's just on the top. It asks me how many cubic inches is that. So I want to change gallons to cubic inches. So currently, I've got a fraction with the unit of gallons in the numerator, and I want to get rid of that unit of gallons, switch to unit of cubic inches. So I got this for gallons on the top and this for gallons on the bottom, and I'm going to be multiplying, and I want to get rid of gallons.
So
I want the bottom one, right? So this one makes more sense to use because the position of gallons will allow the gallon unit to cancel. So I'm going to take this unit multiplier here and multiply by 231 cubic inches on top and 1 gallon on the bottom. Okay. And then I've got a unit of gallon on top, a unit of gallon on the bottom, the units of gallon cancel. The only unit left over is cubic inches, which is what I wanted. Before I multiply these numbers, I would like to see if they could possibly reduce. If I go 3 into 231, because 3 is the only number that divides 3, right? It's only that 3 on the bottom has the ability to reduce anything. 3 goes into 23 7 times, and 3 goes into 21 7 times, and it reduces, it divides evenly, right? So 3 goes into 231 77 times. So I get 77 times 13. Comes up to 1,001. And again, anytime multiplication is involved, as a general rule, I would make my mixed numbers become improper fractions. They're easier to work with. All right? Mixed numbers have extra steps and things you have to consider. So improper fractions are your friend when you're multiplying or dividing fractions.